Alright, so hey guys, and today I am going to be reacting to a death battle. It's been a while since I reacted to these, but alright, so today I'm going to be reacting to the death battle between Cole MacGrath versus Alex Mercer, Infamous versus Prototype. So this came out September 25th, 2023, which is basically not too long ago. So this is one of the more recent death battles. So, and today is January 31st, 2024. So what I know about these characters, I mostly know from watching the cutscenes of like both the first and second Infamous and Prototype games. I never actually played the games, but I did watch like cutscenes and like some playthroughs. For Cole, I know that like he was a bike delivery guy who opened a box which then exploded, and that resulted to him getting his powers as a conduit. So basically a conduit is basically these things that have like power, these kinds of powers. For his case, he has like electricity and ice powers. Basically the ice powers are from like if you pick the good path in like the game, in the second game specifically. And then for Alex, like he used to be a scientist who was researching for the blacklight virus, and then like there was like a bunch of like gunmen that gunned him down, and then like I feel like his corpse was infected. Either I forgot if his corpse was infected or what you call it, or the blacklight virus like took the form of Alex Mercer. And basically he has his powers is like that he has like pretty good regen, and he has pretty good regen. He can make blades with his biomass, and like he can like make spikes that come out from the ground. It's kind of like an Electro versus Carnage, but they're not actually Electro and Carnage. I don't know who I'd want to root for, because like Cole can be either good or evil, depends on like which path you pick in Infamous 1 and Infamous 2. And then for Alex, like I know he's like an anti-hero in the first game, but then he became more evil in the second game. Yeah, I'm not gonna dive into spoilers for both games, but I'm pretty sure in this episode they're gonna provide spoilers for both games. I didn't watch this episode, but I'm pretty sure there will be spoilers for Infamous 1 or 2 for people who didn't play the games. So let's just get started. Like, oh, and I also made, like, just in case if they bring up like important like numbers, that's when I'll write it down. Like, this is for like after I watch their analysis. So I might split this into 3 parts. So
this episode of Death Battle is sponsored by HelloFresh and Shady Ray.
all right, let's do this.
Cole MacGrath, the patron saint of Infamous. Alex Mercer, the blacklight virus prototype from Prototype. That's
Let's
right,
watch
champions.
it.
You
I'm
voted for
excited.
it, so we're finally doing it. Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh, hey,
Oh yeah, they have their
look what I found in the
games.
trash.
It's
An
been
old script we wrote for this
they didn't
very
have a
matchup
game ever
way back
since.
in 2013.
Miley
We haven't looked at our
Cyrus.
trash in 10 years.
Oh,
These
Psy.
guys and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Hey, Spider-Man.
Not the only superhero who's had to learn that lesson. Cole MacGrath
Tobey
was
Maguire.
just your average delivery boy
Alright, we're analyzing Cole first.
Until one day he opened a package that exploded in his face. This
I literally just
a device that, upon
mentioned
erupting, destroyed
how he got
much
his
of the
powers
city and tore through
before
Cole at
watching
the
this video.
atomic level, killing him instantly. Now,
Cole's
actually, he
story
scooped up
changes
some
based on the
superpowers.
character's
Cool.
choices.
Zippity
We're
zappity
focusing
superpowers.
on canonical good
More
Cole,
specifically,
while
Cole
eternally
became
exploring the
a
possible effects of
conduit,
evil Cole.
one of
Okay,
many beings who were granted
focusing on good Cole,
supernatural
okay.
abilities from the Ray Sphere explosion, which also turned Empire City into a godforsaken hellscape.
27 years
This world
old,
needed a hero, or at
Electric
least an
Man,
anti-hero willing to
savior
clean
of
up the
Empire
mess he
City.
sorta technically made. Cole put his powers to the test.
Couldn't read all of that.
battling rogue superpowered conduits, including the mastermind behind the blast, Let's
Kessler.
be real, none of Cole's powers are as sick nasty as his parkour skills, but his ability to manipulate electricity is pretty sweet.
They're
too.
both
Cole
cool.
controls electromagnetic energy.
Yeah,
Not
electric
only can he
powers.
generate a smorgasbord of powerful lightning attacks, he can also manipulate thermal, kinetic, and gravitational energy.
Oh, here's his powers.
Magnetism is pretty
Arc
broad, after all.
lightning, bio
This
leech,
includes his radar
blast,
pulse, which detects the bioelectricity
grenades,
inside
gigawatt
organisms,
blades.
even if they're hidden or
Couldn't read
transformed.
all of that
And for
again.
good measure, he got to add
Ice
some
powers.
to his kit. He can
Yes.
throw ice grenades, shoot ice spikes, and let out some epic ice farts.
Again with the Tobey
He can
Maguire
levitate
stuff.
Like Electric Iron Man, grind on rails like Shadow the Hedgehog, read your mind like Goku's muffin button, charge up with extra
Goku's
karmic
muffin
energy,
button.
also like Shadow the Hedgehog, and generate force fields like Shadow the Hedgehog. But these aren't just force fields. They literally convert any matter they touch into energy that Cole absorbs. That's insane. How's that?
Yeah, that's
Are you
insane.
familiar with a little equation called E equals mc squared? No. Oh, well, it defines the
I'm kind of
mathematical
familiar with
relationship
it.
between matter and energy. Essentially, how much energy any given mass contains.
Okay.
The largest mass object Cole absorbs is a 343-gram helicopter chain gun round. Perfectly converting matter to energy is technically impossible, but hey, this is a video game. The mass contained in that bullet,
Calculate
multiplied
that.
by the speed of light
Calculate
squared, would release an energy equivalent to over 7 megatons of TNT. This means
Damn,
Cole's
that's a lot of
output
energy.
is
7
easily
megatons of
fueled by a
TNT.
nuclear reactor. Oh, so he's like a living super bomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife. Should he somehow run low on energy, he can drain it from nearby appliances to recharge. He's even learned to drain the bioelectricity from people, like this. Yikes. Cole can focus his
alright.
electricity through his amp, a giant tuning fork which lets him ring
Right,
around
amp.
Rosie you to death. Or he can
From the
just
second
make
game.
lightsabers out of his hands. That's cool too.
The gigawatt blades.
Those Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric attacks. With these powers, Cole chewed through Kessler's
That's-
forces, including Sasha.
That's impressive.
Black tar powers could infect and control minds.
Oh, Sasha.
He eventually
Right.
faced down that son of a bitch himself and pwned his ass, despite Kessler having his exact same powers. Coincidence? Turns out the architect of Cole's misery was himself from an alternate future timeline, manipulating events from the shadows to ensure this version of Cole became a better hero than Kessler ever was. Yeah, you see, Cole's superpowers are molded through his actions, increasing in power
Yeah.
and utility based on how good or evil he acts. Naturally, as a
Yeah,
good
there's
person,
two
Cole
paths
shaped his
in
powers to be more
Infamous, the
focused
good and evil
targeting
path.
the bad guys. That was a shit. Evil Cole is
What the hell is that?
He blows everything up. Collateral damage? Who cares? He can control fire.
That looked
That
freaky.
just happened. Who wrote this shit? The point
I don't know,
is,
Boomer.
Kessler's whole plan was meant to prevent the apocalypse, which would appear in the form of the Beast.
Oh, the
a
Beast,
conduit
yep.
Of unimaginable power. Cole is
From
strong
the second
enough to
game
create
was
massive
better than the first game.
thunderstorms,
Yep.
Fast enough to route electricity moving at
90%
90%
of the speed of light.
And maybe thanks
Huh?
to Kessler, tough enough to
Electricity
take on
moves
the
at
Beast,
approximately
which
90% of the
possesses
speed of
power
light.
the Ray
Okay.
Sphere itself. It could regenerate at an atomic level and eradicate all of Empire City in a single attack. Fortunately, after a grueling battle, Cole defeated the Beast once and for all.
Oh, sorry,
Though ultimately, it wasn't Cole's
buffered.
power that made him a hero. In order to stop a plague created by the Ray Sphere, Cole sacrificed his life, eradicating the
That's how
and saving
the second
all
game
of
finished.
humanity.
Yeah.
Sure, he also killed thousands of conduits in the process, but hey, what's a few corpses when building a better tomorrow? This trolley stops for no one. Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future
Delsin,
True
a.
testament to the responsibility of power.
Well, that's nice. Well, that's a nice story. Like, in the end, Cole became the hero that he was destined to be. So I think I will stop this video here, and then I will react to Alex's analysis.